Alrighty, folks, welcome on back here this Wednesday afternoon, shortly after 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome on back for our afternoon meeting. Let's get a quick sound check just to begin. Make sure everyone can hear me loud and clear. Great to see all of us joining us here live inside our trading room. Dale, Pat, Bonnie, Chuck, Kath, great to see you all. John, Laura, you guys are coming in too fast. Great to see all of our students joining us live, loud and clear from all. And, well, of course, anybody tuning in on social media, Facebook Live and YouTube, guys, welcome on back. So, Yelp, I had it up on the screen to begin. It was just a stock pushing up pretty nicely. I mean, just breaking higher and higher, at least up until roughly around 2:15, right? So some news came out, at least a little news headline I saw from Benzinga Pro. One of our students copied and pasted for us here. So markets are moving sharply lower. McConnell says Republicans, Democrats are far apart on coronavirus relief. McConnell says it made it clear, would like to see another 8 bill. So that's why we're seeing the markets dump off. Yelp, I guess, moving with it for right now. I'm not going to put this on our main list heading into the close, guys. We have our hands full already with a lot of stocks that are still on the percent gainers and losers list. So we'll get to those in a moment. We're also not here to talk about like the political bias and opinions and all of that. So we're going to leave that outside the trading room going forward. But hey, it goes to show, of course, politics moves the market. So big drop off. We'll hopefully see the market stabilize at least before the end of the day. But it wouldn't surprise me if we see continuation. So we'll take a look at a few stocks that perhaps move with the market in a moment. But like I'd said, though, we had our hands full earlier today. We still have our hands full with some stocks that are up big going into this afternoon. So ITRM to start. It's inching up a little bit right now. I'm not as keen to put this on our list for the afternoon. Kind of reminds me of all of those like crazy pump and dump energy plays from this past week. I mean, even HUSA. Really quick, guys. HUSA from yesterday. I had that on the tail end of our watch list yesterday for only one reason, and it didn't make the move that we were looking for. The only reason we had the stock on our list was for the potential pop over 450. Didn't come close. It tanked by 3 o'clock, and the rest was history. But this is a stock that was already up so much from earlier in the morning that you wouldn't really normally expect for it to make that secondary big move. So the only reason we had it on the list was for that potential pop. We didn't get it. So with ITRM, well, pretty much same thing. It pushed up in pre-market. It popped up a few times and got halted. Got halted a few times on the way up, a few times on the way down. James says he says, I'll take that 19 cents. He's in right now from 139. Excellent. So, yeah, James, I saw you call out a few times today, $1.40. So that held as a really nice support. You said that you were in from 139. So excellent trade. It's pushing up greatly here, but that doesn't mean it's going to continue to push up. So for right now, I'm going to keep this on the back burner for the afternoon. If you were in from a low price like James, then good time to take the money. All right, so what else do we have here, at least heading into the afternoon, guys? What else will we put on the main list even here? CTIC. Ooh, this already broke down below 2. Damn. All right, so CTIC was a stock we also had, of course, from our morning watch list today. Ended up making a big pop in the after hours, even yesterday, right? From like 150-ish all the way up. And I was going to say, damn, I think this stock already ended up making its bounce. Let's see. There might be a little bit more room. Let's see here. It hit a low of 190. I have on my chart, I lined up a price level from like 8 o'clock Eastern time this morning, specifically this guy right here, 184. So I ended up seeing a big difference between buying and selling yesterday afternoon when this ran up. So I was hoping to see this eventually hit like, 184-ish, 185, roughly from around this consolidation area. The stock is shortable, so I was hoping for a breakdown below 2, a good short opportunity. But for as much as it dropped, it didn't hit my 184. It actually popped right from 190, and it's back testing too. So there still might be more room on the way down for me, hopefully. But yeah, the CTIC trade, I don't mind putting in, at least for now on the main list. Maybe I'll scratch this off if we have a pretty big list heading into the afternoon. But for right now, it's shortable. It's tradable. Trading a lot of volume, I'd say that's my only gripe. Trading about 98 plus million shares total, when prior to today it was trading about like 600, 700,000 shares probably. All right, what else do we have here? CTEC, oof, pump and dump. Ended up making that big push back up, but dumped right back down. And at this point, it's probably going to close much lower. This looks at buyout, WSG. This NNDM, one of the better trades from today. We were watching this from yesterday, squeeze up into the afternoon, but ended up continuing, of course, much higher this morning. So more so than anything, we saw this pull back at first, and then roughly around 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern time, this started to begin to push back through major resistance off of 250. From there, built up towards this Fausto flag pattern here at 270. And it's right here now. So the hope would be to see 270 hold as a major support heading into the afternoon, but it's kind of similar to the CTIC in the sense of so much volume being traded. The stock is not shortable. So where CTIC there could have been some room on the short side of things there really isn't here. So you'd have to hope to see this hold and run back up. So not as likely to put this on our list, at least for right now. Tor flat, big bust from today. I feel like a lot of these are making the same move here, right? Let's just jump right ahead to Nikola and KLA. So Nikola, of course, we're going to put on our list just given the recent activity, but we saw this early in pre-market. Shortly after 8 o'clock, there was like a report that came out, just a very broad report. It just said something in relation to Nikola revising their strategic something. Let's see. There was more to it than that. So at 8:02 in the morning, the headline read, Nikola issues statement on strategy and vision. So a very detailed report with that in mind, but we ended up seeing a big squeeze up from there. It ended up making a push later on in the morning. So I think around 11 o'clock, more news came out, or perhaps even like it was featured on CNBC. Do a little copy and paste here for all of us. Anybody tuning in on social media here, just Facebook Live and YouTube, I'll post that right there for you guys. Nikola shares spiked to session high on volume as traders circulate. Comment from CNBC auto reporter Phil LeBeau. Don't be surprised if GM takes a bigger stake in the company. Wow. Okay, so that's the news headline that I just read that came out at 11 o'clock, which led to this parabolic, move up. Right now, it's building back up towards the highs of the day. Resistance likely off that 2150. High of the day set at 2167 for right now. So, yeah, Nikola definitely will be our focus for this close. All right, cool. DDOG breaking all-time highs. Pretty expensive though. ALNA, this was actually one of my better trades from the day, and not on the long side. It was actually a great short opportunity. I personally got this. It was at like 167. I got in when it made the pop up, then back down. I think I closed, or it was over 150. I closed that, so I left a lot on the table. But still kind of dropping back down here. I'm not as keen to put this on our list for the meantime, though. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later on this week, this will be more back in play. Let's just keep it moving here, folks. I feel like my TradeStation platform is a little slow. BGFV is near the highs of the day. It's trading decent volume still at this point in the afternoon. Also is shortable, so if it craps out, you know the rest. Yeah, I'll add this to our list. Big Five. We've been following this stock on and off of news. It's funny, my pen just died on me. I'm like gonna engrave my notepad right now with each ticker symbol to remember the list. All right, there we go. What else do we have here, guys? BGFE. JFIN, this is like the king of the pump and dump. We ended up seeing the stock, of course, as you could see back in mid-June, squeezing up, popped all the way up towards 30, dumped much lower and closed much lower. And as you could see, hasn't really made that big of a move back up since. I was more hopeful than anything with seeing this up big super early in pre-market, but after the morning, died off, and that was it. All right, here's a familiar name. We got a couple of them, a few energy stocks up here. BE Bloom Energy. We've been following this stock, over the last month or so. Near the highs, that could be of note. Maybe check out SPWR as well. Nah, not really doing as much. LAC. LAC was one from, I think it was Monday this week. News came out. Lithium company ended up making a big squeeze once again today. Yeah, same thing. It already made a big move up. It dumped already back down. I just wouldn't expect a whole lot more out of this trade heading into the final hour. Got Opco Health, I guess. OPK, familiar name. Too slow. All right, that's fine, guys. I mean, hey, if there's anything else that looks good that's up, just let me know here. That's all. We got 8 p.m. here. It was on the gainers list, well, I guess yesterday, and then eventually made the losers list. But yeah, only continuing to dump back down here as well. There's the HUSA, same thing. All of these that made the percent gainers list, guys, yesterday and the day before, losers list now: ADIL, USEG, LMFA, CEI, U1K. I could just go down this whole losers list here. Got FCell. Pretty slow. Yeah, going nowhere. If you want to watch the grass grow, this is the stock to do it. But otherwise, we're going to go elsewhere here. BCRX shortable, down 10% plus. This looks a hell of a lot better as far as a chart pattern, at least. It's right at the lows of the day. It's down big. I don't know if Fausto would put this on the main watch list himself, but I don't mind putting this on. We have a really small list so far. BCRX, it is shortable. That's the main reason I'm putting this on our list. Dropping down nicely towards the low of the day here, 340. Guys, that's it. I'll take it. Not a whole lot else out there. I think Micron came out with earnings last night, so we didn't even really focus on them that much this morning. Yeah, they're at the lows right now. They're down over 5%. Why not? I mean, 47.50 support seems to be hovering over. All right, we'll slap this on our list for right now. Just, very volatile stock, very heavily traded stock. So, I don't mind just putting it on the list only for that reason, especially when we don't have as much on the list to begin here so far. Dropping with the market, perhaps you could say as well. All right, check out some side list stocks here, guys. NEO dropping down beautifully here as well. So, not up or down a whole lot percent-wise, of course, but down big on the day. And, if this only continues to drop, I would say the major level of support would be off of 1990 and off of 20 right there, kind of that combined level. Yeah, for NEO right now, I guess we'll add it to our list. A big mover from this morning. We traded it from yesterday. We've done well on it. So, just nice tradable stock, down big, good trend. Check out NCLH dropping off. I mean, hey, you could say the same thing with this, right? Airlines, AAL got smacked around once the market dropped off. Sharper drop on American Airlines here. Probably all the airlines together. UAL dropping off nicely. So, guys, if you're in phase 3 with Fausto, do not be surprised if he just jumps right away to a stock he likes, one of the airlines or cruise lines. If there's like a UAL or a DAL that he tends to trade more often than not, dropping off nicely. Don't be surprised if he starts off with that in class. Otherwise, I'll be honest, like not a whole lot from the percent gainers or losers list at this point in the afternoon that really appeals to me. Maybe I just slap airlines all together on the list, given the volatility. All right, from RJF on YouTube, Blink. That was a big move from today too, right? BLNK. So let's talk about Blink, at least, from the morning. Ended up pushing up nicely from 1050-ish, 1040 the bottom, up towards, eventual high there, 1140-ish, then the pop and drop. 10, it would appear that could be a nice bounce spot for as much as this dropped off from the highs. But with the markets dropping off right now, you can see the Dow breaking sharply lower here. You might see Blink just continue to sink down with it. I mean, it's not really that much to write home about right now. NEO drop below 21, says Norman. Yeah, I think that's where we left off with it, no? Yeah, it's just breaking lower with the market. And then from John, new IPO. John from YouTube here saying PLTR, with lots of icebergs. You're right with that, and we ended up watching that from our trading room earlier today. Once it was tradable, so popped up early. It is trading a lot of volume, so that I really do like. I mean, really tight spread, a lot of volume on the bid and the ask here. So this will be a fun stock to watch, going forward. It's trading so much volume today, so I don't think it's going to be that worthwhile of a play today. I don't mind just putting this on our watch list, I guess, at the bottom just to see, but probably more so later on this week. It's a good call to keep on your side list. anytime you see an IPO on day one trading like over 100 million shares, it's not to say that, it's always going to be a great stock to trade, but at least the following day, it's likely to still have a lot of liquidity. It's not as if it's going to trade 217 plus million shares today and then trade 500,000 shares tomorrow. So, you'll still see the stock trade, a lot of volume on the order book tomorrow, probably Friday, next week. It just seems so flat right now. Plug dropping, says Dale. Another good tradable stock, right? Just add it right to that side list, Dale. So, hey, if I don't put a specific stock on the watch list here this afternoon, and if it's moving well with the market, trading a lot of volume, and if you do well on that stock consistently, Dale, just like we talk about in phase 2, then I would say to put more of a priority on that stock just individually. That's it. Alrighty, but I'll tell you, we're making good on time. We have class in about 15, 20 minutes from right now. So I'm going to post and tweet the list. I'm going to post and tweet the link for class coming up. And aside from all of that, guys, as always, for anybody tuning in on social media, if you'd like to learn more about Cyber Trading University, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, notify right on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/cybertradingu. As always, feel more than free to join us live inside our trading room otherwise. All right. So for all of us guys, I'll be moderating the close, but I'm not going to be on the mic even as much, just with Fausto taking care of all of you guys in class. So if there's something out there, I'll say something, but I know that most of us will be in the afternoon class with Fausto. All right, guys, best of luck to all trading. Take care.